Hi everyone, and welcome to My Relationship with Food. I'm Lisa, and today I'm sharing with you a delicious recipe for gluten-free bread. I'm going to talk you through the ingredients here and then the equipment that you'll also be needing. I've got lemon juice, bicarbonate of soda, Maldon sea salt, chia seeds, coconut sugar, white bread flour. I'm using Dove's free from gluten flour. And I've got a 4-seed mix here from Tesco. In the bowl here I've got pumpkin seeds, sesame seeds, linseeds and sunflower seeds. You'll also need a measuring jug with water, and you'll need a large mixing bowl together with a spatula and a wooden spoon. You will also need a 2-pound loaf tin with a 2-pound loaf tin liner, and a large dish with water. So this dish here is going to go into my preheated oven. So what I've done is I've filled this bowl halfway with water. I'm going to pop that in the bottom level of the oven to create a steam bath in the oven. The oven is preset to 180 degrees, and I'm just going to pop that in there. Okay, so I've got my oven preheated to 180 degrees. I've got my water bath in there, which creates a lovely steam oven for the bread. And now into my large mixing bowl, I'm going to add the rice flour. So this is the bread flour from Dove's, so that's going in. I've got next up is coconut sugar. You can use any sugar that you like, but in this particular recipe I'm using coconut sugar. It gives it a lovely colour. And then I'm going to add in my mixed seeds here, so you can choose whatever seeds you like, but this is the seeds that I'm using. And then I've got sea salt. And I've got chia seeds. So as you'll see in this recipe, I'm not actually using yeast, so this is also a yeast-free bread, but I am using bicarbonate of soda. If you would prefer to use yeast, you can use this 7-gram packet of dried instant yeast, but in this recipe here today, I'm going to be using bicarbonate of soda, so that's going in. And then I've got lemon juice, which activates the bicarbonate of soda, so it's pretty much like the yeast, so it starts bubbling up. And then I'm going to slowly add in the water, which is lukewarm water. So this is a really quick and easy recipe to make your own homemade bread. There's no proving time, there's no rising time. You literally just mix all the ingredients together. Anyone can do this. So I actually developed this recipe after trying about 15 attempts of making this. So it is as good as it can be. If you want to adapt it, you can. You can maybe switch over the sugar for xylitol if you're diabetic. You could add maybe some different kind of seeds if you prefer. But my advice is to make this actual recipe first, and then you can start adapting. So mix that by hand. You don't need any machines. So I'm just going to show you the process at the moment. Okay, so just carry on mixing. You want to make sure that it's thoroughly blended. At times you can literally just get the spatula and wipe around the edges to make sure that you've got everything in. Okay, come back to that in a minute. And then just carry on mixing so everything's incorporated and blended. So as I said, literally anyone can make this bread. There's no kneading, there's no proving, there's no rising time. It literally takes 1 hour to cook, and then hey presto, you've got a lovely gluten-free bread, which is also egg-free, soy-free, nut-free, psyllium husk-free, but it does taste delicious. So that's thoroughly mixed now, all around the edges. As I said, you're going to need a 2-pound loaf tin, and I've got a 2-pound loaf tin liner here. If you can't get the liners, you can actually use parchment paper. Then I'm just going to wipe off the excess mixture here. And then just give it an extra mix with the spatula because it can really get round to the bottom. You want to make sure that everything's incorporated, all the flour. And that's why it's good to use a spatula, because you can really just wipe and fold in around the edges. So I'm going to spoon this mixture literally into the loaf tin. So just bear with me. And then I'm going to top the loaf with some extra seeds. Okay. Almost there. I'm so passionate about this recipe because it's really hard to find a gluten-free bread that is yeast-free, soy-free, psyllium husk-free. So this is a very natural video, but a lot of my followers, if you don't follow me, then follow me at My Relationship with Food on Instagram. But a lot of my followers have been dying for this recipe, and I thought it would only be fair to do a quick video so that you can at least see how it's meant to be done. So literally the mixture is in there now, as you can see. Okay, then I'm just going to smooth it out with the back of the spoon. Just make sure the edges are filled. And then I've got some extra seeds here, so I'm just going to sprinkle them over. So this literally takes about 5 minutes. So for anyone out there who says, I can never make my own homemade bread, this recipe is for you, because it is literally one bowl, no kneading time, no proving, no rising, just literally one bowl. And all your ingredients mixed together, preheat the oven, pop it in there, and away you go to do whatever chores you've got to do. And trust me, your house will smell incredible. So there we go. I'm going to pop that into the oven for an hour. Don't forget, always put your timer on. So just literally putting the timer on. So that is on for 1 hour. And here's one I've made earlier. So I'm just going to cut the end bit. The end bit is my favourite. So it's got a really nice crust on it, crunchy. I'm going to bring it forward a bit so you can see. And there we go, a delicious gluten-free bread. Just a few little bits of advice of what you can do with this bread. Obviously you can toast it, you can make it into croutons, you can blitz it in a food processor and make it into breadcrumbs. The list is endless. So toppings for soups, great as croutons, toasted, smoked salmon, scrambled eggs, smashed avocado, nut butters, or you can have a delicious sugar-free jam. This is St. Dalfour apple and cinnamon. I absolutely adore it. It's like having a cake on top of my bread. So if you haven't tried these jams before, I highly recommend it. They are sugar-free, no sweeteners or preservatives. Literally. smother it on top. Now, to me, the crust is the best bit. So before I dip into this bread, I just want you to know that the recipe is available on myrelationshipwithfood.com. If you do make this recipe, please don't forget to share it with me. I would absolutely love to see it. You can tag me in on Instagram at myrelationshipwithfood. You can also use the hashtag myrelationshipwithfood, or you can email me lisa@myrelationshipwithfood.com. Happy cooking and happy eating.